What up, YouTube? It's me, Spider-Man, taking over for J Cheese Reborn, and welcome in to another edition of After the Movie. About to get ready to go see my new movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. Hopefully the first good Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2. So, here's hoping it's good. I'll let you know what I think. Spider-Man, after the movie.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to After the Movie. I just got done seeing Spider-Man Homecoming, the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film centered around Spider-Man. And, yes! Oh, thank God we finally got a good Spider-Man movie. Um, I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie. I would still rank Sam Raimi's first two Spider-Man movies above this one, but this one is eons better than The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and The Amazing Spider-Man and, well, Spider-Man 3, which to me is kind of a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's so goddamn ridiculous, but I kind of get a good laugh out of it. I mean, that's just me. So, yeah, it's a pretty good time. With this one, it's basically, I mean, I don't want to give too much away in this video. I kind of want to keep it brief and to the point, but I think Spider-Man fans are going to come away pretty happy with this one. I think Tom Holland did a pretty good job. Now, how I would rank him amongst the Spider-Man, the various actors who played him. Um, Here's the thing. I'm going to do a little measuring thing right here. So, here's Toby up here in terms of his Peter Parker. But maybe Spider-Man's down here. Garfield, it's the opposite. Spider-Man's up here as Peter Parker's down here. Holland is somewhere in the middle, but like his his levels don't quite reach the heights of the other two actors, Peter and Spider-Man, but he's the best at balancing them. So they all kind of meet in the middle ground. If you were to like mold them all together, like Holland's kind of like this. He's consistent with both, but his Peter Parker's not as good as Tobey's, and his Spider-Man's not as good as Garfield's. But he molds them, but they're both about the same level, which is the first. The scale is balanced, I should say, but you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if you took the median or the average of all of them and put them together across, they're all about the same. So, if that makes any goddamn sense. But kid did good. Kid did good, and maybe he's playing the character a bit more and more. He'll get better at it. I think he will. So in terms of villains in this movie, I mean, I'm a big Batman fan, and Tim Burton's Batman is one of my favorite movies of all time. So when Michael Keaton was cast as the bad guy in this thing, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, Michael Keaton is amazing in everything he does. And in terms of MCU villains, like in terms of the movies, not necessarily TV, because a lot of people really like the Kingpin and some of the other villains like Kilgrave and stuff. But like in terms of their movie villains, Keaton's up there. I mean, because well, you understand kind of where he's coming from, for one thing, and he's just kind of like looking out for himself and like his family, and he's just a guy who's been kind of screwed over in life. So you understand where he's coming from. He's like, I'm just here to profit off, the collateral damage that the Avengers and all of them have caused, because he's kind of been royally screwed over. He's like, I got to get money somehow, so this is how I pay the bills. But he's still a dick. But Keaton was good. He wasn't like this amazing, mind-blowing villain or anything like that. He's not as good as like he doesn't leave as much of an impact as say like Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin or Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, but he's better than the villains in Spider-Man 3. I mean, Jesus Christ. Eric Foreman as Venom. Why? The Sandman. Why? Anything in the two Garfield movies. Why? So, I mean, it was kind of crazy. But one thing I enjoyed about this is just, it felt like I was reading some good old classic Spider-Man. He was just a kid on an adventure, just, trying to balance school life and all of it. Like, that's what I loved about Spider-Man. He was just a teenage superhero. And really, the first time in any of these movies, they've kind of got that nailed down. Because, let's be real, Andrew Garfield was like 30 years old playing a high school student. You don't buy it at all. And Toby, the thing with him is towards the end of it all, like they had it to where he was just graduating high school. So we never got a chance to see him like as a superhero throughout high school, which is kind of disappointing because, teenage Spider-Man, that's really what he is a teenager playing superhero. And it's fun to see like him just be really like, oh, I want to save the day. And then you see him go throughout New York City trying to save people here and there. And what's weird is like if you were to watch like the Netflix series that Marvel has, New York, like if he goes through like Hell's Kitchen, that New York is a disaster. But it's so upbeat in like the cinematic movies that it's like it's such a huge contrast. I'm like, why doesn't Spider-Man go and like meet Daredevil or something? I mean, he can just fly around the city. I mean, or Jessica Jones or Luke Cage or well, he doesn't have to meet Iron Fist because that's garbage. But yeah, I think people are going to be pretty satisfied with this. There's some things I don't like about it. The action's nothing special. You don't remember like any like. There's no great action in this movie. It's passable. It's very generic, I should say. Nothing spectacular, nothing overly exciting, nothing like mind blowing or anything like that. I mean, you look at Sam Raimi, like um, that train sequence in Spider-Man 2 is incredible. It builds up. You have a great hero-villain conflict, and in this one, you don't really feel it. I mean, it just kind of feels like an episode of a good Spider-Man TV show, I should say. It's still good, but like you don't really feel that scale of like epicness, and that could be too because it's hindered by the MCU in a way. Because like Spider-Man's not really entirely on his own. You know what I mean? He's got Tony Stark to kind of back him up here and there, and he's got Happy Hogan and everything involved with that. So um, I do like some of the gadgets in his suit. I don't like the design of this suit. I don't think it looks very good, but they do tease some more things for future movies in terms of the suits, and that looks kind of cool. But with this one, I don't like I like what the suit can do, but I don't like the design of it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look that great to me. And even though like he's advertised on like 90% of like all the let me rephrase that. When you look at like all the advertising in this movie, they really emphasize Iron Man and Spider-Man. I mean, there's that shot in the trailer where they're flying together across the city. Don't expect any of that. You're not going to see much Iron Man in this movie, which I'm glad because this is a Spider-Man story, and like it felt like the advertisement was more focused on Tony Stark in some ways than Spider-Man, but don't expect too much Iron Man, except maybe like a scene or two, but he's not in it that much. So, which is good, because this is a Spider-Man movie, not an Iron Man movie. And it was a good use of him in the film. And don't expect any huge teasers for like the next Avengers movies, like leading up to Infinity War. I feel like kind of like with the movies lately, it's just like they haven't really done like any big build-ups for their post-credit scenes, which is fine. I kind of like when the movies are just more plot focused on like what's going on now, and then just save the teasers for later. But they do have a funny use of the post-credit scene with the second one, especially, and yeah, you'll know about that. In terms of other things I don't like, Shocker wasn't very good. Um, Flash Thompson sucked. I mean, I just wanted to. It was cringeworthy trying to watch him on screen. I was like, "You're the bully. This is Flash Thompson." I mean, he was pretty cheesy in the Sam Raimi films, but like, I do gotta like get a kick out of him in that. Like, he's like, "Or his father, or fire your father." Like, that was pretty funny. But this movie just sucked. God, these modern bullies that they try and do, just embarrassing. Hey, it's Penis Parker. Oh my god. Oh god, just don't make me vomit. It just made me cringe every time we talked, and I was like, this sucks. Um, Peter's love interest was nothing. Just kind of there. And although there is something pretty cool, there's a pretty cool reveal in the film in regards to her. Um, what else? I should say one thing. There's going to be one thing in this movie which I just know, I can see the comments right now. It's going to piss off a lot of Spider-Man fans that are looking for comic book accuracy involving a certain character. I can just see the message boards. I can see the rage. I can see the outcries. And for those of you who've seen the movie, when you find out what I'm referring to, you're just gonna know right then and there, like, oh no 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 no. For me personally, I don't give a shit, but I know some people are just gonna overreact like nobody's business. So yeah, that's what's up. Anything else I should say? No. I did like his bond with his friend Ned. Um, what else? Nope. I got nothing. So yeah, do yourself a favor, go check out Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's pretty good. It's definitely the best Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, although I don't think it quite reaches those levels cuz like those first two Spider-Man movies, you kind of go through more of an emotional roller coaster. You get the hero-villain relationship. You really feel Peter Parker struggling. With this movie, you don't really feel him struggling quite as much, I should say. It just kind of feels like cuz even that he's always got kind of somebody watching his back, whereas I guess this is kind of like one thing that the MCU kind of hinders with this movie. You don't really feel Peter Parker struggling. But you know what? At the same time, we've seen that story before. It's like, let's just have Spider Man having fun. So I guess to each their own. I mean, they're just, it's something different. So that's at least nice to see. I mean, I don't always have to see him struggling. So what am I complaining about much? But I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. Fuck it. Just go see the movie. You'll have a good time. And this has been your friendly neighborhood Spider Man J Cheese Reborn here. And yeah, this mask is getting kind of uncomfortable to talk in, so I'm just gonna let you all go. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you thought of Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think you'll have a pretty good time with it. So, peace out, bro. Oh, and they do play the Spider-Man theme song. So, do 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 do. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man, bitches.